are you guys doing? Hope you people are well. I am at the bus station, so I'm waiting for the bus. I just want to share this update with you guys. This update is for those who are applying to Denmark, those who already applied to Denmark. I may not be looking at the camera directly because I'm spying the road. The bus might be coming, and if I miss the bus, I will have to trek. So, those of you who are applying to Denmark, there is updates coming from Southern Denmark University. All right, this university is actually causing a lot of issues to international students, but I can't really blame them, okay, because of what is happening on ground. I think last 1 month, I received a complaint from somebody who applied for a visa to Denmark, okay, then the visa was revoked. In fact, they had approved the visa, then they revoked the visa again. That was the first person. Then secondly, the other person submitted documents for visa application and the visa was not approved. Okay, they told her that the university doesn't want to verify her documents. So that was what happened. Now, what is the problem? The problem is that Southern Denmark University is accepting a lot of in fact, they have accepted a lot of international students for fall 2025, this intake that is currently taking place. So, but the Danish government is looking at it to be something maybe funny, and they are now complaining of authenticity of documents, and equally, they are also asking a lot of questions if these international students that just moved to Denmark recently are actually coming to Denmark because they want to go to school, or they will maybe they are just looking for ways to actually japa, then work abroad. So that is the update that is available now. And this is really bringing a lot of issues. And even at that, those of you who applied to Southern Denmark University for February intake, most of you, your applications have been rejected. And some of you, your application fee has been refunded. I think someone showed me a message yesterday. The school says they are going to refund your application fee. Now, I'm explaining these things so that you should know what is on ground and what is happening, so that at the end of the day, you shouldn't say village people. No, everything is not about village people. Yeah, it is true. And again, let me finish with this before I go to the issue of visas that have been revoked. Okay, so the first thing first is Southern Denmark University is refunding money to international students who applied for February intake. And then those who are still to apply, this is what you need to know. Remember, those who apply for February intake, some of you may not go in, some may be accepted, right? But the majority of the students will have to collect their money back. It is what it is, but we cannot do anything about that. So, and most of these students are coming from third world countries, guys. That's the most important thing. The most tricky thing about it. Most of the applications that are being rejected are from those who are coming from third world countries. Mostly maybe the Asian countries. I do not want to call names here. And also, remember that they are confused, that the issue is they are not sure if international students are coming to study, or maybe they are just looking for ways to run into their country and then work, and a whole lot of things, right? Now, it is important that before you apply, I will advise you to take your documents for verification. This verification means your documents must go through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. You already know the process. I explained a couple of times on what you can do and so many other things. So please put all this info into consideration, and always remember that it is important for you to do the right thing so you can avoid rejection. And also understand that I have been talking about you applying to multiple institutions, many schools at the same time. Some people are complaining of application fee, while others are saying, oh, it is tedious for them to actually apply to multiple institutions. Now, look at what is happening. If you didn't watch my videos yesterday, go back to my channel and listen to the video I did about a university in Belgium that is no more doing legalization. So they've cancelled the legalization procedure, and now international students will have to do what they call global recognition. Okay, and this institution is Ghent University, and you must do this global recognition on the university's website. The video is on the channel already, so you can check the video, then listen to it. And again, it is important for you to understand that most of these universities, the admissions is so competitive now. And if you do not do your stuff on time, you will not go in. Back to Southern Denmark University. Like I said, those of you who are still applying now for February intake, I think you must have done your application. You might be accepted and you might be rejected, but some of you will receive your application feedback. I do not know if everybody is going to receive the money back. Then the problem now is a lot of students are moving to Denmark, and trust me, this is going to cause a lot of issues. And many schools will be like, okay, we are not going to be accepting so many students again. So the earlier, the better. Let's move forward. If you are not verifying your degree certificate now to move abroad, it's going to be difficult. Now, this brings me back to this issue I was telling some people. Some of you were like, oh, Milton, can we use the other documents? If you bring documents from the street and you apply for them abroad, you are in big problem. So the best thing I will advise you to do is just make sure that you get the right documents to put in for your application before you even put in for your application. Don't use anything fake. Otherwise, you might still blame village people at the end of the day. Now, those of you who already got their visas and moved to Denmark, especially Southern Denmark University, you have been asked to verify your results within 1 month. And I remember singing, I think a month ago, telling international students that if you are moving to Denmark, try as much as possible to probably legalize your documents, authenticate your certificates before you move into Denmark, because I already knew what was coming because somebody had been rejected before. And I told some of you, but some people didn't do it while others did it. So the most important thing now is you've been given 1 month to verify your results, especially those of you who graduated from the University of Boya. You have to try and do it. Otherwise, your visa will be revoked. You are already in Denmark, but they will revoke your visa and you will have no option rather than to leave the country. So that is what is happening now at Southern Denmark University. Now, to those of you who are going to be applying from December. I think most of the applications will open December for for September 2026. This is the advice for you. First thing first, do not put in for one school. Apply to multiple institutions so that at the end of the day, you can then get maybe secure admissions, maybe in A, University B, or University C. That is my option number one. Option number two, take your IELTS now serious. There is somebody on this platform who just wrote the IELTS, got a band 5.5. She wrote the first time and failed as well. It's not a failed mark, but the mark is not enough to get you maybe into so many top countries, right? Now, she is trying to get 6 or above so she can spread her tentacles, because that 5 will limit her maybe to so many like just a few universities across the globe. So that was what I told her, and we came to a conclusion. She had registered again. So if you are in this situation now, she's writing for the third time. How many times did I write the exam? I took it 4 times, and I've explained this thing on my channel, where somebody even had to gather the courage from my video, did her own. Then she is now in Iceland with a family. So go and do your own. But if you think complaining and blaming people and say, oh, it's expensive is the key, then fine and good. We are all struggling for a better future. If you think that you just want to sit and complain, then Milton cannot be blamed for anything. Now, that is the second thing, or the third thing I want to say you should prepare your mind for while you are looking for this December. December is for Denmark. So many other countries are going to open their portals as well from maybe December. Belgium is already open. I did a video yesterday, and there is something, like I said, there is nothing again like legalization for Ghent University. Listen to the video, verify the information, then you look for the money for the verification stuff, you follow the instructions and you apply for admissions, and then hopefully you can get it. Do not apply just to Ghent. I equally did so many videos about the other universities. I'm just explaining these things part by part so that you actually see the advantage in what I'm saying, or the sense in what I'm saying. Now, going further with the Denmark, I explained that you have to apply to multiple schools, you have to take your IELTS exam, then you have to pay a lot of application fees. So prepare all these finances and keep them while looking at other options, okay? Do not rely only on Denmark. If you have more, expand your tentacles, go elsewhere, apply to other places, so that at the end of the day, You may have more options. Well, it is a choice. I'm just here to advise you. Another thing you need to know is that it is not every university in Denmark which is cheap. Some are very expensive, and you need to understand that if you take some universities, you are going to see that they charge about 5,000 to 10,000 euros per academic semester. Now, you are the one to decide, and Denmark charge based on the program. The course that you want to study is what is going to determine how much you are going to pay. So don't say, oh, University A is charging 4,000 euros per semester, B is going to be the same. No, it doesn't work that way. Now, another thing is you should understand that once you get an offer, okay, what you are going to be doing is you are going to pay your tuition, then your school will be the one to begin your visa process. Then, if you do not pay, you cannot get the access. But if you pay, once they begin it, they are going to say, once they start it, they are going to send you confirmation for you to also fill your part. Then you can now go for VFS submission and equally biometrics. Biometrics here is go and give your fingerprint, right? It is very important. You would definitely visit an embassy to give your fingerprint. So nobody should tell you that, oh, you do not need to give your fingerprint. It doesn't exist like that. Because I see some of you, you are like, Milton, this agent said that, oh, I will go and give fingerprint in Nigeria. Oh, I don't need fingerprint. I will take fingerprints in Canada. How are you going to get it? You must give fingerprint for them to produce the stuff for you. So you have to put this into consideration. So those of you who were asking me about this, I believe I've answered this. You have to be careful when it comes to Denmark, not just Denmark. So many countries now are bringing strict rules because most of our brothers and sisters are using jig documents. You understand already what is jig documents, right? Yeah, some of them think that's the best way, but at the end of the day, you cannot really blame anybody. We can't blame them. You just need to do your own, do it the legal way, and at the end, you find your own route. I hope this will help you. I will be bringing more updates here, and we are going to talk more about what is happening in Europe and so many other things that you need to know. Avoid countries that are not in the Schengen zone, that are not in the European Union. There is a video you are going to watch about some countries to avoid. Please make sure you listen to that video, take advice, and don't cry later and say, oh, Milton, had I known.